Hello, today is Saturday. It is the 8th day of November 2014. My name is Derek. Welcome to this weekend's silver chart analysis video. And we'll take a look at the weekly, the daily chart, which is shown on the screen. But I've also got some silver eagle charts that I'm going to go over. It was on this session, Wednesday, where the price action fell from the low 16s to the low 15s. And according to Silver Doctors, on that day, greater than 2 million eagles were sold in less than 2 hours time. The United States Mint stated that on Wednesday it had temporarily sold out of its American Eagle bullion coins following tremendous demand in the past several weeks. To view the article, you can search 2 million eagles sold in 2 hours and you will find it. And I find that interesting because in a free market, would the price have been doing this when the amount of sold was that large? Tremendous, we will state, which is a grand numbers of higher than normal proportions. And of course, the U.S. Mint stated a tremendous demand in the past few weeks, which is, well, there's a week here, there's a week there, a week there, a week there, a week there, all these weeks, showing the tremendous demand of what you would think people trying to get rid of what they have, having a hard time finding buyers, thus prices going lower. And in a free market, this would not be happening. So when I talk about the manipulated markets, it's obviously showing into play because in the example where 2 million eagles were sold in that time frame, well, what time were they sold at? I know what time this hit bottom, and that was early in the morning. So let's assume it was after that because the prices fell to the low 15s. 2 million orders were sold. I don't care for the reason. That's not important, but the actual fact that it happened and at that point. Okay, the first silver eagle sold at 15.13, but where would the 2 millionth silver eagle be sold at? Here? Here, I don't, maybe not, but it would probably have a substantial rise to the upside. For the first silver eagle, it would be sold at 15.13, maybe the 2 millionth at 17.13. No, rather it did. After it hit the bottom, it just consolidated for the day. Thursday did a bunch of nothing, and Friday it had a small gain, 2.33%. We'll take a look at some technical analysis on this chart, but let's move on to the Eagles. This charts, and we'll go back to this daily time frame and the weekly time frame. So here's the first one. U.S. Silver Eagle monthly sales. There's 3 figures. The yellow colored line is the average amount of eagles sold within that particular month from the time frame of 1987 to 2013. The blue figure is last year's results, and the red figures are this year's results. And obviously the yellow lines have been very low, thus average sales, with the exception of December, much lower than what they have been. It was 2008 when demand really picked up, which the next chart is going to show. But for this one, we have a situation where it had an explosive January last year, and well, quite frankly, all the red bars have been in line with the blue ones last year, sometimes lower, sometimes higher, sometimes around the same. And of course, last month it was significantly higher with a sum of 6 million almost. And on month 11, and it was the 5th day of November when they sold those eagles, it's barely gotten over 2 million, already surpassing last year's number in just a short amount of days. And if, of course, they kept that pace of a little over 2 million in 5 days, well, 2 times 6, because it's 1/6 of the month, would take you to 12, which is 4 levels higher than this 8 million mark on the right-hand side. I don't know how long the temporary fact is, but this is clearly showing demand for such the product. And in this case, U.S. Silver Eagle coins. Let's take a look at the next chart and the final one for the Eagle sales, of course. And this is the total amount sold within the first 10 months. I'm doing the first 10 months because this way we can compare years within years. At the end of the year, I'll do a year-end number. But for now, first 10 months, and you can see from 2001 to 2007, between 5 and 10, closer to 5, and then 2008, it had a huge breakout, and each year following up to 2011 was higher. 2012 a bit lower, but this one higher than 2011, and right now, currently, it's a race, a dogfight, if you will, to if 2014 will have more sales than 2013. Of course, temporarily selling coins would reduce it a bit, but people would still be waiting to be buying the coins again. So let's go on to the chart, and well, who would be the people buying those coins? The obvious are the precious metal dealers, all of them, Company Gainesville, APMEX, you name them, every single one of them. But who else can buy them? Can big companies be purchasing them anytime they want? And can anyone buy it if they actually have the money? Or if they actually want the money, I should be saying, based on money, store value, and all the fundamentals. So if they have the fiat currency and they want the money, can anyone buy it? If you have like 2 million that you want to buy and you're just an everyday regular Joe that has it, could you buy from them? I don't know. I'm just saying because I know that unlike the Maple Leaf, these are sold to basically the big commercials will state. Anyway, we've had this down action hitting the lower band on this occasion. After it hit it here, sideways action of course, and then breaking lower. Couple days consolidating, back to the band again, and obviously on Friday it broke a little bit higher, close to the 16 mark, still extremely low for, we can make it up to the very top of this level, and we're still more than half off from where the 1980 and 2011 highs occurred. As far as significant Fibonacci levels, if you take the fib from here to here, it works out that 38.2% is this open, roughly around 16, and the 61.8% is this low, roughly around 16 and 2/3. So those are some key areas now. Obviously, still in a downtrend with extreme demand, and 14 and 2/3 is the level I've been talking about on the breakout of the key $18 level that took place, a breakdown of the 18 level right in here. Final chart is the weekly chart. Obviously, there's the key the number I was talking about with the 18. Obviously, it's a level of resistance coming down to this lower band during this high, tremendous demand over the past several weeks, according to the U.S. Mint, going sideways at levels below 18, and then the last 2 weeks breaking down 2.25% after it was down 6% the previous week. Next resistance point, this band, this area, this fib. Really simple at this point here, but that is it. Obviously, the charts say that it's bearish. The fundamentals are stating that it's bullish. When it will bottom, I can't say. Take care.